Kashela, Kataka, Yake, Ampetu Yako, Lampet, Bukila, Penny Chapel, Kashela. Nalea Pet, Wanake, Hake, Uncle, Yankoga, no Manichu, Yankoga, not Kashela, Lea Petu, Kukataka, walking, and we chose on we talk with Kashela, and not Kukataka, Ake, what you the local Kashela. And Nalea Petu, and Ushia Hoalo, oh, Mitaku.
Hey ha yo hey, hey ha yo hey, hey yo, hey ha yo hey yo, vielo, hey ha yo hey yo, hey ha yo hey yo, hey ha yo hey yo, hey ha yo vielo, hey. O Kashela Yape Kawa Kena O He Hankesni Lena Zikelo Hai O Flatewa O Yanteki Haya Wichi Chandri Kachale Chamuel Oyo Ai Lama.
Do we have anyone that needs to be excused?
Well,
None.
oh, good morning, Council Administration. I'd like to be excused for yesterday.
Anyone else needs to be excused?
Sherry, Tanel, and Steve, but they were approved yesterday.
Approved them yesterday. Okay, we need a motion. Donna, second. Ray, question. Pen. All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Opposed, 0.
Not voting?
0.
Hey. Council, I think there might be some folks from the Winter Ideal area coming a little bit later to approach the council, so we'll give them some time when they arrive here, get here. Sometime about noon, Bill Morrison and I will try to get you guys fed. Food gets here and stuff, so. Bill and I kind of teamed up, split the costs and whatever, so. We'll have a noon meal. Yesterday we ended up, I think we're just getting into the health board stuff, where I see Lisa's not here yet. Maybe we want to move along, we can come back and visit the health board if she gets here. Judiciary Committee, is there some resolutions or business there?
Excellent. You can't brief me on anything.
Nothing to it? Judiciary, okay. Do we have some land and natural business? We have two of them, Russell?
Yes.
Is that the one that Marvin swallowed one?
Huh?
Is it that Marvin swallowed one?
Did we pass that? Did we deal with that or no?
I don't think we got down with it. That exchange center?
I don't have it in my.
Oh, this one was in my. Here, that's the.
I don't know. Let's find out.
This one here, that's that one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Can I keep this?
Okay.
I guess I have three resolutions. Three of them.
I got two.
Well, contigo bastante que chido, pero. First one is, emergency legislation, the resolution that he passed out. For the tribal forestry department.
Okay, we'll need a second. Came out, question by Dan. All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Opposed?
0.
Not voting?
1. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
What's the number? 284.
284? Pam, were you seconding that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's on, Russell.
Whereas the Bureau of Indian Affairs has notified the Rosebud Sioux tribe of 2 distributions of available one-time, non-recurring fund in the amount of $149,730.95 and $150,072 for a total amount of $299,802.95, which will be used by the Rosebud Sioux Tribal Forestry Department for general forestry program oversight and administration. Whereas the Bureau of Indian Affairs had notified the Rosebud Sioux tribe of 2 distributions of available one-time non-recurring fund in amount of $92,070, $82,930 for a total amount of $175,000, which would be used by the Rosebud Sioux Tribal Forestry Department for thinning, site prep, home collection, and administration. Whereas the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Land and Natural Resources has received and recommend approval, accepting the funds for respective specified purposes, and now therefore be resolved that the Rosebud Sioux Tribal Council approves the recommendation of the Land and Natural Resource Committee to accept the funds for all the specified purposes and direct the tribal president or his designee to sign all documents to ensure the funds are awarded and placed into a 638 contract.
Is there any discussion? You need a question. All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Opposed?
0.
Not voting?
0. Oh, the next one would be the travel exchange assignment for Marvin L. Waller. It should be in your packet.
No, nothing.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, so would that be 285 before?
Yeah.
285. Is this the emergency, Russell?
Yes.
Okay, Russell's moving, we need a second. Question by Fremont. All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Opposed?
0.
Not voting.
0. Motion to approve.
Russell has moved, it's been seconded by Pam, it is on the floor.
Okay, whereas, they give you the individual, travel ID, Marvin Swallow is assigned travel exchange assignment 585-C-T-1. I'm seeing double here, is that? 11073, described as Lot 3, Section 1, Township 36, North, Range 31 West, 6th Meridian, Scott County, South Dakota, containing 32.77 acres more or less. Whereas on behalf of Marvin, the Rosebud Sioux Tribe request to relinquish the exchange assignment number 585-3 back to the Rosebud Sioux Tribe and Tribal Land Enterprise in consideration of Tom Young, State Certified General Appraiser for Total Value LLC, to be issued in the form of Class A certificates of interest in tribal land enterprise. Whereas the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Land and Natural Resource Committee has reviewed a request made by the Rosebud Sioux Tribe on behalf of enrollment number to relinquish tribal exchange assignment 585C back to the Rosebud Sioux Tribe and recommend approval by the Rosebud Sioux Tribe. Therefore, it be resolved that the Rosebud Tribal Council approve and accept the request for relinquishment of tribal exchange assignment 585-C back to the Rosebud Sioux Tribe in consideration of the current fair market value appraisal of $53,000 to be issued to the estate. Enrollment number Marvin L. Swallow in the form of Class A certificate of interest tribal land enterprise.
Any discussion? Need a question? Bill Marshall. All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Opposed?
0.
Not voting?
1. Okay, here's another one. Hopefully it's not Christy Nome.
Or another one for him, or what? How do you rate that fair house? Last administration.
Okay, now this one here didn't come through, Land and Natural. What committee did, Henry come to? I think it was Budget and Finance. And, he submitted a request for that house. And personally, I have issue with my name being on a resolution. But he did request, well, actually, originally, why this was approved was because we were in the middle of a pandemic, starting of a pandemic, and he submitted a request. And at that particular time, you know, we were kind of, we weren't used to a pandemic hitting us. We didn't know what to expect, what the outcome was going to be, and we felt that at that time that anything that has to do with spirituality or prayer was needed. And so the CARES committee approved him of the ceremony house. But after visiting with him at Budget and Finance, he wanted to continue the use of that building as a ceremonial house. And so that's why this resolution is here. I know it created controversy, you know, within the community itself, but, you know, that building is there, and so that was his request. And so, I don't know who drafted this resolution, but originally it was to be used as a quarantine isolation center, and I thought we'd better have a discussion on this.
What size of a building is that?
You know, I'm not, I should have made a point to go down there and see myself, but I didn't.
It's a stick built, huh?
I'm assuming, hearing that, that it has a cement foundation and it's stick built. And so I'm assuming that, you know, that's going to be a hard building to move if you wanted to move it. I guess the only option is to, if you want to use it someplace else, you have to take it apart and rebuild it. I mean, that I don't know. I haven't seen the building. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know the dimensions of it either.
Russell, why is just one building made just for one person, not just there's so other ones back then?
Well, he submitted a request at that time.
Shall we give this a number and get it on the floor so we can discuss it?
I'll bring this on as emergency legislation.
Okay, and we'll discuss it. The number would be 286. Emergency. Russell has moved. Is there a second? Fremont, question? Done. All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Opposed?
0.
Not voting?
5.
to approve, Russell, so we'll get it on the floor.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know why we should make a motion to approve it if we're gonna discuss it. You know, it could go as a
Open the floor
result
for
of
discussion.
discussion. It may not even have to be brought on. I mean, I see how over the years sitting here, you know, that kind of puts a burden on individuals to vote one way or the other. But I think we should have a discussion on it if
Yeah.
there are going to be any
Floor is open then
questions.
for discussion.
When these were first brought out through the ARPA office, proposals were asked to be submitted. And a proposal was submitted, so I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Yeah, this was prior to ARPA with the CARES, the first chunk of money that came in right during that pandemic.
Any other discussion?
I wanted to say something. Good morning, colleagues. When we first got these trailers, this was added. Nicole, was that added on a resolution? With the trailers as a COVID?
I didn't see the resolution.
Or was it a motion? Because it was applied when, I think when we first came on, it was brought up, so then we applied it to, with the trailers as a COVID. And that's where it sat with that. And I can't remember that resolution number.
Yeah.
Donna?
I think there was a deadline that proposals were submitted, and there was also a deadline for communities to ask for their trailers, so I'm not sure if this was part of that, but I just want to share that too.
Anything further?
I have a question. Can we maybe ask Mr. Cooper to come? Because spiritual and cultural healing, you know, we're at an all-time low right now. We have a medicine man accused of raping a little girl. You know, and we have council members that were put into that vibe. We have a lot of ugly things that go on. So is this going to be healing for everyone, or just for Redco? You know, because Pam had words with Redco that day and said, "Did you make his harbor?" And they said yes. So, like, spiritually speaking, prayer is open to anyone, as long as you have a connection to the Creator. So, are we going to make healing places for all of our medicine men? Because there was 18 Sundances on our res. And we're still techi as heck. We're taking it, as the young ones say. So I guess I have a lot of questions, because I heard a lot of arguments. People getting chozeka over this. You know? And so, geez. I guess I don't know how to feel.
Jordan? And then Danka?
I guess I'm kind of feeling the same way as Daryl, because we brought our community resolutions forward to try to get our trailers approved of, and they got put to the back burner and said that we needed to wait until a plan came forth. And I remember my colleague's motion to put this with the trailers, so I feel like we should wait for that plan to come forward and decide from there, because our communities have to wait for health board and then to have a plan set forth, then we should have to, this should wait too.
Micah?
Just a couple questions. Can the CARES and ARPA committee maybe answer, is it allowable to have it stated as a ceremony house for the purchase? Is it allowable under the CARES?
Yeah, it was passed through under CARES. I'm looking for the proposal right now in my old emails. We could probably bring Jim White up and because he's the one that addressed, budget and finance, sorry, council. It was passed through CARES back in I want to say 2020, it was first brought to the CARES committee.
As a ceremony prayer house?
Yep, under a proposal, so, and it was allowable and it passed with our CARES funding, so.
So is it open to all people, or, because it says quarantine and isolation center during COVID. COVID took a lot of us down, it killed a lot of people, so, is he open to help the whole reservation, is what I'm saying, because it's just kind of strange. This is really controversial. This was passed, it was a council person's husband, and at the time, a lot of people had feelings on it. And I guess I still do. Mine are perplexed, though. I don't know what to think.
Because on the 7th whereas, where it says constructed within the Spring Pit community to be used as a quarantine and isolation center during the COVID-19 pandemic. So to me, that means it was approved of as a quarantine place for the Spring Pit community and not as a prayer ceremony house. And as we move forward to present, when we've made those resolutions and stuff to put the community COVID trailers, to have communities submit their proposals on how they wanted to use those trailers, I believe the ceremony house was included in that. So I think it should be a resolution or something brought forth from the Spring Creek community to see how they want to use that house. Since it's stated it's a isolation center for Spring Creek. That's my comment.
Russell?
I'm assuming starting that orange here, I have another resolution that needs to be amended, but you want to make some copy of it? Pass it out, thank you.
Any more thoughts, comments on the resolution 286?
Maybe we should table it until we get further information from ARPA and
Do I need to do the explaining?
I can, maybe if you want to call Jim White down, I can also be looking for the actual proposal. It's in the emails.
Give Jim a call.
Sorry I came in a little late on this, but, if we're gonna hear from Jim and, Henry came to the ARPA meeting with, one of his, the one that wrote the draft for him and explained it. I think that, we're gonna hear from, Jim, we should be able to hear from Henry also. Henry here too. Okay, great. I remember that number you said that day, remember? That's Henry Quick 454. I remember the number that.
So you want?
Well, maybe I could, again, I'm glad there's a discussion happening. I didn't bring it on for approval. We can pull it back and when the appropriate people are here, then we can have a discussion. I do have one more resolution. I just need an amendment on it with sand and gravel. We got to insert a dollar amount into that amendment for his program, so I think they're making copies right now. Anyway, that'll be my, other resolution.
That'd be the third one.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I will pull this one back.
Okay.
You guys can, you know, like my Robert said, you know, we can kick the can down the road. In some instances, it's needed.
Okay, waiting on some copies.
I think that's all I got, with Land and Natural.
Ray?
Yeah, Chairman, while we're waiting, I make a motion to have the secretary create a meeting minute digest of the CARES and ARPA committee meeting minutes for, the council reps here and then new and incoming ones. So that way we're able to go through them and, see, you know, what all decisions were made and where we're at with everything.
Yeah, that'd really be helpful to the
I think it'd be
new
helpful
ones
for,
coming.
yeah, especially if on stuff comes up like this. That'll be my motion.
Ray has moved, second, Micah, you second. Jordan, are you,
No question.
you're questioning the motion? All in favor of the motion?
For a digest?
Yeah, for a meeting minute digest.
11, 12.
Opposed?
0,
Not voting?
1.
And they're turning to the families here as well.
Okay.
They
Russell?
just sent you the original proposal.
I think, back when we had the CARES, you know, back then, we were starting, a process, especially with the amount of dollars that were coming in. And we had all kinds of proposals. And at that time, I made a motion here to at least publicize all our, you know, help throughout the red, you know, the people that submitted proposals. That never really happened. You know, sometimes we make motions here and no one really follows through. But that would have eliminated a lot of controversy at that time. You know, if people knew exactly who was getting what. And, you know, to this day, you know, we're still catching a lot of heat because of the CARES and then now ARPA. But we're trying to close out the CARES. CARES is something that we need to deal with. ARPA will probably happen in a couple of years from now with all the audits and everything that's going on. But, you know, I even said one time with ARPA, hey, take all this money and give it out right away to our people and then it'll be done with. You know, no one took it that seriously. And as a result, I think we've basically tried to do that. Give out as much as we can. And now, you know, we're gonna be broke. And I really feel for the incoming council, you know, that are gonna have to deal with. We're gonna go back to square one again. And we're gonna have some struggles, I think, financially for the future. We've been through a free-for-all all this time, and now that's coming to an end. So, yeah.
the certificate to Russell and the
Good.
Star Club.
There you go.
He isn't in here yet, so.
Yeah, we know we're no good.
Okay.
Yeah, just gave him a cigarette.
Yeah, he looked at that Star Club and said, that looks like a Star Club I just got 3 months ago.
I told him I went to your bed and took it off.
Thank you.
Yeah, cool in here.
It is. Jesus.
Okay, council, some community members from Black Pipe are here. They want to recognize Russell for many years of work here on the floor. Tribal council. See, they got a beautiful star quote there for him and a certificate. Yeah, is there? Are you supposed to?
Yes.
We'll give you the floor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have this one in, I don't know if you need to have it.
So, like I said earlier, my name is Marla Woodnight Ferguson. I'm from Black Pipe, Horn Creek all my life. My grandparents are Ansel and Mary Woodnight from Horn Creek. I've been a lifetime member there, forever. And we, the Black Pipe community, would like to present this certificate to Russell for taking care of us all these years. We're gonna really miss him because, you know, he does so much.
I'm not going no place.
I know, but we're gonna. So, yeah, and he can't refuse the star coat because we put his name on it really nice. Russell, will you please come and accept this?
So is that a personal star quote?
It is.
It's got his name on it?
Yep, it's got his name on it. Yes.
Can't buy it. Can't buy it, no.
Can't sell it, can't buy it.
Maybe, before we go any further, Linda just handed me a proclamation. And it's still warm, just off the press, so I'd like to read it to the community and to Russell. This is the executive proclamation from the Rosebud Sioux Tribe from the Office of the President. Whereas the Lakota Oiate became a federally recognized tribe in 1934, whereas under the new system the tribe chose its leaders to serve on a tribal council established as a legislative body. The Black Pipe community, one of the recognized communities on the reservation, sent forth one of their own to serve on the council, who entered the circle in, here I am without my glasses again, 1985. Yeah, it's been that long, Russell? At which time the council served a 4-year term, the first and only 4-year term, as the people went back to the 3-year terms thereafter. Whereas Russell Eaglebear followed in the footsteps of his father, Russell Eaglebear Sr., becoming one of the young council representatives now serving on as one of the elders, serving 23 years on the tribal council. Whereas Russell was the leader exemplifying the Lakota virtues of bravery, courage, fortitude, compassion, and fortitude. Whereas during his years in office, he was in the forefront with other leaders in the fight against the state having their jurisdiction over the Todd County highways and claiming as our space against the U.S. Air Force fights over the reservations and a struggle at the time when Bill Bradley was bringing forth the Black Hills bill. Whereas serving the many communities, commissions, boards, tribal council, Russell always had the needs of the tribal membership before him, guiding his decisions. Living up to the new constitution, which says the decisions of the council are to be made with the help of the communities and the new generation. Whereas Russell worked for the Rosebud Sioux tribe in the early years as the Tribal Historic Preservation Office, they're protecting our natural and cultural resources. Whereas Russell served as an educator for many years at Intigleshka University, where he was awarded an honorary doctorate degree for his contribution to preserving our Lakota language. And whereas Russell was a veteran serving in the United States Army, one of the many Native Americans who served in the military. Therefore, be it resolved that I, Scott Herman, President of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe, on behalf of the Ichango Oyate people who recognize and depend on the leadership of Russell Eaglebear as in the areas of education, language, and culture. And this will be Russell Eaglebear Day, August 31st, and it's signed by Vice Chairman William Kendall of the tribe. So, thank you, Russell.
Thank you. All those, kind words,
Assistance. We're not gonna be far. We're still gonna be looking and getting advice from you.
yeah,
Russell's been an advisor to me for all the years that I've been here. He's got me by about 10 or 15 years though. But in service here at the tribe, I've always had to seek him out for counsel and advice many, many times. And I just asked him if I could continue to do that. And he graciously said yes. So thank you, Russell.
yeah,
Appreciate that.
as long as there's bucks involved.
And I would like to read this certificate of appreciation to Russell Eaglebear for the outstanding service and dedication to the people of the Black Kite community. We greatly appreciate you for your lifetime commitment to our Sioux Nation.
Oh,
Chairman Marlo Ferguson Woodknife. Thank
hey,
you.
Thank you. Oh,
Good afternoon. Today is a day of honoring, and on behalf of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Alcohol Program, I'm going to call out here. Over the years, Mr. Eaglebear has helped our program in many ways. Our adult program, our youth program, has always been here to support our youth and giving guidance, sharing knowledge. The camps up at Peshwa, he was always there. He had a big heart for the people and our program as well. We're very thankful and very fortunate to have a representative to help us. The things that we do for the people. We can't all do it ourselves. We always need help, and we can always rely on Mr. Eaglebear. And today, on behalf of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Alcohol and drug treatment program. We will also want to honor Mr. Eagle Bear. And, he's been on council for many, many years and teaching, guiding, and helping, and watching out for the people. There are many things that, Mr. Eagle Bear here stands for. And we're thankful. We're very thankful for what you've done for our program. And my co-out here, we want to honor you. We also want to honor you with an eagle feather.
Oh.
Because of the way of life that you walk. You're a traditional person. And they tell us that when we honor, especially over the years, the things that you accomplish, the many good deeds that you've done, and this feather here represents that acknowledgement of what you did for our program and the people that you've helped. My kolai here, I've asked him to say a prayer, and he's going to tie this feather on you at the same time. And he may share a few words too.
These feathers are really powerful. We were told that there is a spirit in here, and you earn just one today, nephew. And you have to earn 50 more of this to make you a bonnet like that. You don't just have a bonnet and give it to somebody. You have to earn it. And today is one of them. So you got one. Remember that.
That's it.
And I would like to also wopila the city. Washington was that. Lakota. The non Lakota with Kawichoka. Na tono Lakota ya ukasni kapi na so that. Ona o Lakota ya wochi take. O he on hani de Lakota ka umanite ya. O he on Lakota ki lena kimanite ya pina o he woyuk sa kaha. O taku ye ki lena woyuk sa mchaki. Tratemo wastelu ha, na woyuk sa wastelu ha. O he mo o cheki o zi pina ha, o de koyakchi. O heche tu ki togata ke zania man. O he mo o wasi tanu ki le na wo pila iza uitaki. Ila wichokan ki le glavak, glavashte. Hani bucho. O he sa kele bosi. Eno hina. Ta como ne hekta kalel uchaki. Wichar aksapi ni sahit. Ta ko kasni kapsni na o kasni suchai. Na hafti lila keta o tadelo. Ugna o chanku ye wozi uchaki paro. O ka ogna kese. O taku ye ki o kia. Ona o chanku ye o nisa hata unu. Wana kielo ina ke. Wo ushila na ha wa ohola. Wa chista be ale na skija. O hena ake bilhamani. Ona hoitan de na kabila ni tat karni khao. Tok an he ugna del hetsna yu khao. O he wasti. O kakya ta sinasi o de yaki tas. O hete kontasi la unshimati la yo. Wia kama o hete wakana te yu ha sinasi ka. Kame toska la wasile hete. O hete ituna yu ha kokata ke igaita. Sa o chai gele ki le na awanki. Da sti hete wichoza ni. Na wongla ke na wo akhwala ke yu ha. O hete tu. Kakya o hete. Hakura kwa sam hakura kwa. Tagu kamani. Na hoje o taku ye o lel ilabi chiko. Ha inja kiwahe etsete iza bichoza. na uongela ke na uak wala ke la peti ke ya o heke o ya te tile na o heke akwa uak wala ke le pa mo o ka sila o ke apo o ese o tesi ko o heke ka heke e sanku ye wo si wa ke heke o na si to mia ka o ya o ese we are ka ki le agala na ya agala le o ha le le ka man o pilar kan ka ti te o ah pilar ya ke o ta ha okay don't worry about it okay can I say a few words?
Sure can.
First of all, I wasn't anticipating this, and thank you. Normally, when somebody, I see a lot of council people come and go from this body. All these years that I've served on the council, and it seems like sometimes you don't even get a pat on the back. You know, they see out the door. Some people say, well, good riddance, gone, you know. That mentality is here in this room. And I'm sorry to say that, but I observed all these years of people coming in here and going out. And it's quite an honor. I mean, it would have been 24 years for me. But I was one of the communities that they get through a hat to go into that staggered term. So I lost a year. But I ran for office and I got reelected again. And you know, I'm proud to serve my community. I even served the Sioux community for a period of time. And so I was honored in that way. I'm not going very far. You know, I'm still going to be involved in my own community affairs, issues. I've been asked by many of the travel programs we work with them in the cultural resources and language. I'm going to help as much as I can in my own way. I'm not going very far. But I was just reminded of something. And, you know, South Dakota, back in the day, we fought against them on state jurisdiction. And there was three of us, myself, Ed Salandra, and Calvin Wan. We hung up with one of our travel presidents at that time, really strong leader, Alex Munderman, Sr. And we traveled throughout all the reservations, asking for their support when we were fighting the state of South Dakota in the state court. And a lot of those guys didn't want to back us. But we went ahead, took that initial step going into that unknown, and we won that court case. So this tribe is really out in the forefront when we won against the state of South Dakota on state jurisdiction. And so we maintain that. We'll always maintain that. And that was my first introduction into tribal government. We went to, I always remember that, we went to Shan River and we were given the floor to address the tribal council. And I leadership at that time told Alex Underman, take your three stooges and go home. That's what they called it. I was given the opportunity to address the tribal council because I speak my language, my first language. And when it was said and done, they made a motion to support what we were doing, not listening to the leadership that was sitting there telling us to go home. Things like that happened. We went to Montana on the Bradley bill, that whole issue. I was put on the Black Hills Hearing Committee. At that time, we had to do some traveling to D.C. to work with Senator Bradley because even Senator Daschle said at that time that bill had a 50% chance of passing. And that's how close we came. Until there was a lot of, they brought in a chief, wannabe chief, and he promised billions of dollars, and so that the whole idea and concept of the Black Hills coming back to us changed. And even to this day, we still have treaty councils trying to work on that. And still nothing happened. So we come a long way. I was trying to remember some of the things that, I'm glad Steve is here. One of the things that in camp, they were really instrumental in helping us get a paved road from Corn Creek to the north. Because of too many deaths in that road. A lot of our people use that highway every day. This morning, I saw the hospital taking patients up to Rapid, utilizing that road. To me, that was quite an accomplishment because we had to deal with federal highways, we had to deal with state, and our local county commissioner. And that was the biggest stickler, was dealing with county commissioners when they have their own mindset on how they want to run their county. I was just remembering things like that, you know, and there's so many things that I was involved in. Keystone XL, and I had to do a burial not too long ago of a good friend of mine, Belita Manaski. You know, that RSW, this tribal government was trying to, you know, sell 7 miles by 7 mile stretch over there. They call it the Good Road Cemetery. They were trying to sell that to bring in tracks from the East Coast all the way out here to dump, use our land as dumping ground. We fought that. And we won. Those are things that happened, you know, in my lifetime. I was up at Standing Rock. You know, I got arrested. Some people around here thought that I'm a felon now and that I shouldn't even be sitting here on the council. But I fought for a reason, and that's to protect our resources. You know, they trampled over the cultural site, and that's what upset me, trying to protect cultural resources. So many things come to mind, you know, and I can talk about different things. But one of the things I encourage this body and also the incoming council is take a seriously look at those Lakota virtues hanging on that wall. Learn it, understand it, learn the true meaning of what they say. Because without that, we're not going to move forward. We're not going to. That's why we have so many people calling outside upset with us. But we got to show as leaders that we can follow the examples of the virtues that are given to us by our people. And if we start walking in that way, then it may change people's minds about who we are and what we do as tribal council. So it's very important, always look back to the virtues. We don't practice it, then it's meaningless. We're just sitting here spinning words and that's not money. I mean, that's all we're looked at for right now today. So with that, I'm thankful for my community. Likewise, Red Leaf, Black Pipe, Corn Creek, Pastures, those were big major communities for some of our people. We were called the Wajarge. You guys ever look at Spotted Tail's first census? The last group of people that came in were called the Wajarge. And that was us. We came to join Spotted Tail. And we've been here ever since. So those communities, Red Leaf, a lot of the people that ran the Crazy Force settled there. And all the relatives, all the way into Wamlee, they all settled there. So we come from a very rich history. Our community fought at the little big one. You look at Crazy Horse surrender letter, look at all the names. You're going to find all the relatives in the surrender letter. Those are important to us. I did a lot of research. I'm going to write a book one day, maybe. If I learn how to use computers. Or get on. That's going to be a challenge for me. I've never been on Facebook. I don't know what goes on there, but I hear there's a lot of positive things and there's a lot of negative things. And I'd rather stay positive so I don't learn. But I could stand here and talk to you, and I know Sergeant at Arms is getting tired over here. That belt buckle was hanging really low. So, thank you guys for everyone for bringing food. And
Good afternoon. My name is Steve Denoyer Jr. and I sat on the council for 17 years, and all 17 of those years I sat with Russell. And I think I was 26, almost 27 years old when I first got on, and at first the council was split and we really bumped heads because they were considered the old guys and we were considered the young guys. And I really learned a lot that first year. Some of these seasoned councilmen have been here for a long time, but I want to tell Russell thank you. All the people in tribal government, I probably learned more from you than anybody. I appreciate you, and I've always looked up to you when I needed advice, needed questions answered. And one of the highlights that I had in council is Russell and I was requested by the council to go and negotiate fresh law in North Dakota. And I don't know what TLE had a big mix up over there, and they were trying to push us to the side, but we went up there and fought for it. We came back. We were 51% owners, and we made sure that this tribe is going to be 51% ownership in Tesh law, so that we would always have a say and have the upper hand, and that's something that I'm really proud of. And Russell's still involved in Tesh law. But thank you. Thank you for all your support. I've always supported you, and all the discussions and the advice that you gave when I got to sit with you was really meaningful. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to apologize in front of my elders for speaking in front of you. today, relatives. My name is Natisha Wagner. I'm the project coordinator the youth coordinator for the Topala and National Youth Leadership Mentoring Program and the Sioux Youth Council. And we'd like to thank the council for this moment in time for giving us a little bit of time to present Russell here with the quilt, and we'd like to send a big Wopala Tonka for all your support for when we brought our young relatives back from Carlisle into the school in 2021, and he made a great impact on my staff and our upcoming leaders. And we'd like to ask you to extend the continuation for your support and your resources as we continue to grow as a youth program. And we have a lot of young people that are watching, and they're excited to see, this new journey. And we just want to say thank you, and we'd like to present you with the certificate. And we'd like to present you with the quilt.
Wow. You always in my heart. I will work with you whenever you need my help. Feel free to get a hold of me. I'm a good resource person. I am also educated. I don't like to tell this to anyone, but I do have some degrees from St. Nicholas University. And I remember one time one of our elders, the chief code came here and I don't care how many degrees you got under your belt, you can still be a dumbass. So I always remember, I don't tell people about my educational background. Because I don't want no one to look at me as a dumbass. But thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna have a truck up sale and put it out here. Can't stand this over there. Thank you. Thank you.
Grandfather said, even though he may not be on the council no more, he's still gonna be a doctor. He's still gonna be conscious for our family back in Blackfire. And for those of you that know, and you know how humble my grandfather is, he's conscious, we come from. And he's still gonna be humble, he's still gonna be a teacher, he's still gonna be a mentor. And for as long as he's here, he's still gonna be my grandpa. And so I say thank you for everything. And this morning I asked him, it's the last day of council, how does it feel? Just another day. So thank you.
Yeah. Russell, you're gonna have to hang on here a while. It's just some veterans are coming. It was another start. Way. While we're waiting, does anyone else leave the floor, have any comments or thoughts you want to share with Russell today? Don?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you. I sat on the council with you in 0709 when we were in district, and I represented you. Thank you for your leadership back then, and thank you for your leadership now.
Thank you. And this will be the most because that's a stress reliever.
I'd just like to say I learned a lot from you, and I thank you for being who you are, not trying to be someone else. Because I learned from you to be that way also, to be honest and truthful. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate sitting, serving the tribe council with you. Thank you.
I'm waiting for you to make the motion to,
He's waiting on secretary.
There
Jared, your thoughts?
I started working for the tribe in 1988 during Russell's 4-year term. And at first he scared me. But I learned a lot from him, and we had good times, bad times, funny times. He could tell you jokes about me and stories. But I watched him do all the things that we talked about, the accomplishment that he did. You know, he's a protector of Michimacaw, he looked out for, you know, our resources and our children, and everything that Russell does comes from his heart. He wants to help the people, he wants to help our tribe, and I applaud him for that, and I thank him for his services as a councilman, as a mentor, and as a leader, a great leader. He will always be remembered in my heart.
Thank you, Jared. But let the public know that after this month, I'm gonna be broke. Should I tell that story? No.
I got it, sorry.
Russell, I would like to thank you myself. It's been a joy working with you all these years, and I've learned a lot. You know, I have a lot of respect for you, and now you won't be bugging me about getting back into your family with But Russell,
Maybe they're still waiting for you.
But Russell, I really do. I am gonna miss you. I know you're gonna be around, and I'm sure people will still call you and need your advice and your wisdom. And you are going to be greatly missed by this tribe. I know you're still around, but here in this council chambers, you know, and I really enjoyed working with you on the Tesla project. And I know you're still going to be actively involved. But for me, Russell, thank you.
Thank you. There.
Veterans.
The boss sent me. On behalf of the Veterans Affairs, the committee, the lawyers, I wanted to say thank you for everything you do.
Oh, nice. Oh,
It'd be a big sale when you sell all that.
And for the council reps, we've got, a computer set. Thank you guys for everything you guys do for us.
a lot of teaching for the young man, right? He's telling the truth.
Thank you, Russell, for being so cold. I think it's in Idaho on fire.
Oh, nice.
Last year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He uses this all the time. One of the things that we talked about, that 4-year term, look back at some of the laws that they passed, we still use them today. And that 4-year term was a blessing because we gave a body of people here enough time to work on those legislation. That's what we're here for, to be legislators. So, you know, we kind of got away from that, not legislating, but, you know, we run every program on, every program within the tribe. And we take on that responsibility, and we shouldn't be doing that, but we do. So maybe in the future, maybe a longer term should, so we can actually sit down and go over all the laws again and bring them up to standard today. You know, one of the things that I really fought for all these years is sovereignty. I don't know if some of you understand what sovereignty really means. And we need to, we do that here because of money. We we waver our sovereignty. And we shouldn't be doing that. You know, once we take a stand, who we are as leaders and as a tribal government, then we need to take that stand and stand on it. I see too many of our council people sitting here, they get wishy-washy. One day they'll vote this way, the next day they're voting this way, and then, you know, it's just kind of confusing. But once you take a stand, you need to stand on that. And that's one of the things that really bugged me about federal government, is giving away our sovereignty left and right. So think about that, don't do that. And Martha, she's well versed on FaceTime. She's FaceTime all this morning. As a grandma, she wouldn't even go there, but she was showing her face off and I didn't even know how to do that. No, that's good. It brings me blueberry pie every once in a while, so I thank her for that. And yesterday, they fed us here, and then I was sitting outside smoking, and then I realized, you know what, I'm hungry for blueberry pie, so I just ditched you guys, and I went to Michigan, and I bought it. And I took it home, and I put my bib on, and man, I went to town. I hate about you guys. We almost done that.
You want us, Tommy?
The energy. There we go.
Poi tocca la careccia votabile, anche alla capita. Poi se vai stata via il corno, non idea. E tra i due a capire ha capire non si può. Corrette tu canna tirata in fabbrica. No, sai. Uno che non vuole quella che non lavora. Poi non come costa la corrette non si può. Itu tadi ukti jadi, apa yang harus? Saya boleh tapi kalau aman. Kalau itu menyerah kuat yang kuat itu baik. Waktu itu sih. Kalau itu kanker kau ni, kerja. Kalau ini jangan kau ya, kau saya. Itu dia itu na ako mani ho kanya ko na ya ako itu dia itu lam ya pero aku itu ya
We'll make our lunch break now. We are back in favor and do some more business. Thanks for that. Chris, you were around with your family and picture too.
Yeah, but now they want to come down and take pictures.
Yeah, there you go.